That was awkward. Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is May 28th, 2025, and this is episode 137. I'd like to say welcome to any new viewers. I hope you enjoy this little corner of the crafty internet that I inhabit, and welcome back to all my returning viewers. You guys are always here to watch me comment, and I love it. I'm here for it. My name is Roz, and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada, with my husband and my two kids who are 15 and 13. Today for you, I have What Am I Wearing, Finished Objects, Works in Progress, Next on My Needles, and some books. So let's get started. I forgot, you can support this podcast. It is free here on YouTube, but if you feel like donating to the podcast, I do have a Ko-fi account. Everything is linked down below: my email, my Instagram, Ravelry, all of the places. Our Discord group, which is pretty quiet, but if you feel like it, you can join us there. And so let's get into What Am I Wearing? This is my Riley Rose cowl. This is a pattern by Jennifer Lasan. It is a big tube cowl that you just kind of slip on over your head. You can pull it up and have it more like babushka style, look over your head if you need to, because it is quite long. I just used some scraps, some random bits that I had. I'm going to carefully move this so you can see there's dark green, there's white, there's red, a lot of purple, because, I have a lot of purple, so that makes sense. And I'm not going to go through all the yarns that are in it, but they're all listed on my Ravelry page, which is linked below. I do find that I am enjoying this style more than I thought I would. It's nice and big and chunky on the back of my neck and keeps me nice and warm, and there's no space between where the cowl is and where my sweater starts. It is a beautiful sunny day here, but it's cool in the morning, so I've been wearing a cowl. It's also cool in my office because it's downstairs in our house, and we have not had the heat on for over a month now, so it is still cool. However, summer is coming. That 30+ degree weather, it's around the corner for us, so yikes. That is it for what I'm wearing. Move on to finished objects. I have one finished object this week, and it's probably not what you were expecting from last week. It is, however, I'm going to pull it over because my stuff is way over here today. This is a project that I worked on a few weeks ago. Doesn't look like much. This is a camp chair cozy by Ashley Schumacher. And so it hangs over a camp chair, and then you can attach a magnet so it kind of stays together. You can also get wire to kind of hold this open, and I may have to look into doing that. But yeah, this is, so you put a can in this side. If you have a drink or a water bottle, you can put it in there. And then this side is a pocket for your phone. I still have an end to weave in, don't look at that. Or, other things that you might need. This is the small size. I did check my phone will fit in here, so that's good. And or you could put your crochet hook or whatever else you need on your chair. And I did order from Amazon these little magnets. Come on. There we go. So they're just sew-on magnets, like for a bag clasp. So I'll just sew them on the bottom there, and that way it can go around. It can be taken off if it needs to be cleaned, or the chair needs to be cleaned, or it doesn't fit when you're putting them away, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to see how that fits on my chair and possibly make a bigger one. Because I like the idea of having my phone in there. I think Mike could probably just put his phone in there. But I like to have my Kobo with my book when we're camping too. So I might need multiple ones, or just a bigger one that can fit my Kobo and my book and a drink. Anyway, that's a lot of information that you don't need to know about future stuff. I crocheted that out of some Bernat Handicrafter cotton solids in the Mod Blue. It is very bright, and that's okay. That's the colors I had. So that is it for finished objects. We'll move on to works in progress. I'm gonna reach way over here. This one is almost done, but not quite. Look at these beautiful socks though. So I am on the top ribbing. The way I measure my socks is, especially toe-up ones, is I just fold where the heel is, and basically if I fold it up right, where I start the toe, let's hold it so you can see it, is where I start the ribbing. Usually I don't like to do it over a color change, so I did wait until after this little stripy color change, so I'm fully in the brown, but I'll probably keep going. I'll probably go past the brown and then bind off. These are, let's talk about what they are. These are Patton's Croy sock in the gray-brown marl, which is 55048. I don't know, they're red and gray and brown. They're very cool. I've done, the heel that I used is Mina's Vanilla Sock Recipe from the Netting Expat. I used my normal numbers for everything else, and my kind of normal stuff I do 1 by 1 ribbing at the top. I don't know what she does in the pattern, but I did follow it for the heel, and I am excited to wear these very, very soon. What is next? Okay, let's talk about my cardigan, because I have made a little bit of progress on this. I'll try not to show you that. So this is the Lala cardigan by Anna Johanna. I printed out some of the charts. That's what I'm trying not to show you, that piece of it, because that's part of the paid for pattern. And I've done some. Oh, you're starting to, you know what? You can sort of see the shoulder increases there. So I was here last time. So, you know, I've done about 3 centimeters or so. That's not bad, considering I haven't worked on this a ton this week, but oh, am I loving it. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can, oh, there you go. You can really see the triangle pattern coming in there. I haven't been able to find any mistakes yet, so that's good. The pattern is really easy to follow. I did print off the charts and kind of cobble them together so that I could kind of follow it a bit better. And I did get my ChowGoo needles. So they're the same diameter that I was using with these ones. I can't remember where I got these ones, but you can see, let's see, can you see the tip of them? These are the old ones, and these are the new ones. They're just that much sharper, and it just makes it that much easier to do those, you know, like a knit 2 together or whatever. I am using some old stash. This is alan.com in the baby silk. You can't get this anymore, so it's not really relevant, but it is a 80% baby alpaca, 20% silk. It is like butter. It's so soft. I do kind of feel like I'm going through this pretty quickly, but yeah, I'm confident I have enough. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Okay, so that's my cardigan and my socks. I have 2 other things. I don't even know where they are now. I have 2 other things that I've worked on. Pause here for a second. Okay, I'm back. The other thing that I've been working on, and I don't know if I have shown you any of these yet, but I've been making some washcloths as end of the year teacher gifts. And I'm loosely basing this off of the learn how to speak first. Waffle Crochet Spa Washcloth by Kate Alvis. It will also be linked down below if you can't figure out that. So I have, this is some of the Bernat Handicrafter cotton in the blue. So she has, I think it's a free pattern, so I can tell you, she has a double crochet and then a single crochet, so it makes a bit more of a uneven texture. Let's see, did I do some like that? Oh yeah. So this is what the original looks like. This is some more of the Bernat. So you get kind of more of a hole in the double crochet there. But I also liked the look of just the single crochet. So I'm doing some of each. This one's another one, it's just the cream color. So these are all, those are all, oh, and there's just another small one. Because it's nice to have some big ones and some small ones. So those are all from the Bernat. And then I did some out of some universal yarn, some cotton that I had. This was some random cotton that Taylor had in her bin that she didn't want anymore. So I did, you know, just kind of finished it off and then did the Bernat around it. And then 2 more with the universal cotton. Basically just trying to use up some of my stash so that I, you know, get rid of all of this cotton, and what better way to make teacher gifts. And then I have some bath bombs that I'm going to put with it in a little baggie. It's going to be great. So that is that. They work up super quick as well. So that's very helpful for when you're making a lot of them. And then the last one is that we have, so Taylor, my 13-year-old, it's her last year in middle school. She'll be moving to high school. And she has quite a few special teachers. I use the word teachers loosely because they are mentors. They are pivotal to her education and her well-being. So I've decided to make them, there's a few of them, other gifts besides the washcloth bath bombs. So this doesn't look like much, but I have started it. This is going to be a cowl, and this is Secret Skein by Stephanie Lotvin. I have made one before. I really like how it fits. I made it out of a singles yarn, but this is not, but I think this is a nice plump fingering, so it's going to work out great. This yarn, let's see if I can, there we go, got this here. So this is the yarn. So it's blues and greens, very tonal colors. And this is from Yarn Enabler. The label unfortunately ripped. So this is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon in the color Serenity. So that is very cool. I am very happy with that, how that's turning out so far, even though I only have a tiny bit. But there it is. And yeah, I have a feeling that's not going to take that long to work up, so that's going to be good. All right, we talked about my cardigan and my socks and the cowl and the washcloths. So that is it for works in progress. I don't have any new stash for you this week, and I don't have any events as of yet. And so we're into next on my needles. So as I was, sorry, I keep looking down at my notes. I should be looking at the camera. The teacher gifts. So I have, I think, one more hat to make, and I'm not going to talk about all of these again because some of them I've made and they've just been sitting in the gift bin for the right person to come along. So I think I have one more hat to make, and I have another cowl to make, which I'm going to use that same Secret Skein pattern. And this was actually gifted to me from my friend Tracy in a swap we did. But I think that the librarian at the school will love these. Hopefully she doesn't watch. But anyways, these are super subtle colors that I think, because the cowl itself is, it has some patterning to it, but it's not overly patterned. I think even though this is quite variegated, it will work up nicely. So I'm gonna do the blue-green one first, and then I'll work on that one. Those ones I have, I think, until the 26th of June. And then I have some market bags to make and some more washcloths to make. So I have my handy dandy giant bag. Oh, this is a Tracy bag. She gifted me this one too. I keep clicking stuff on my computer. So I have more of these 3 colors from the Bernat. And I have quite a bit of the the peachy color left. And then I also have some of these. So I think I'm going to start the washcloths with these because I don't have as much. Although maybe I'll do a market bag out of this with this. I don't know. Maybe I'll weigh a market bag and see if this is going to be enough to do a market bag, because I think that would be super fun for a market bag. But anyway, I will sort all that out. So I've got a couple more washcloths to make, and I think about 5 market bags to make. Just different teachers have different amounts of involvement with my students, my children. So I just give kind of gifts based on the varying levels. It has no reflection on their teaching. Although some of them are more special, especially to Taylor. She's very attached to a couple of the teachers. So yeah. All right. So that's it. Teacher gifts is my sole focus. You might not see any other things happening other than teacher gifts. I will show you anything I finish or start to finish in the next couple weeks, but that is going to be my focus. And I'm telling you guys this so that I can be held accountable to getting all of this done. Let's move on to books. I have 2 books finished this week. The first one is Knife of Dreams by Robert Jordan. This is the 11th book in the Wheel of Time series. The next book is a compilation between Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. He took over writing the last few books of this series. Yeah, it's getting good, guys. So much stuff is coming together. There are still 3 books left, I'm pretty sure. I have them all on hold. I have all the audiobooks on hold at the library. I'm just waiting for the next one to come in. Anyway, they are very long audiobooks, so it's going to take me, it'll probably be the fall before I finish this series, but it is getting really good. And the other one is O is for Outlaw by Sue Grafton. This is another series that I'm looking to complete. I'm now more than halfway through, and O is for Outlaw. Definitely, the character development, you get more of Kinsey, who's the main character, more of her backstory, more into some of her history, how she came to be a private detective, and she's looking into things that she's not been asked to look into. So she's kind of crossing a line into what she's allowed to do as a private detective and what she's not allowed to do, basically, and crossing that legal line. And she's also, helping the cops who are investigating a related case and trying to put all the pieces together. And yeah, it's something. It's something. And it's interesting to see her struggle with that. Like, she knows she could get the information, but she would have to, use her lockpicking tool to break into somebody's house to get it. So what is that line? Is it worth getting that information and getting that conviction, or is that too a bridge too far? Anyway, it's a very good book. I am enjoying the series. Again, I'm waiting for the library to let me borrow P is for something. Anyway, the next book in the series. In the meantime, I'm finishing off a couple of my other series that are available on Kobo, but no other books have been finished this week. So that is everything that I have to talk about. I can't think of anything else at the moment. Yeah, I think we're going to call that good, because I'll just start rambling at this point, and I don't know if you guys like that or not. You should comment down below. Do you like my random rambly bits at the end where I just talk about whatever comes to mind, or should I just, do a hard cut? Just talk about the things and be done. I doubt that's the case, but let me know down below. I'd love to hear about what you're working on, what you think about the podcast. If you have any ideas on other things that I could knit for teacher gifts, because I'm always seem to be knitting teacher gifts, well, at least for the next 4 or 5 years. We will see you guys again next time. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye.